Thank you, Chairman and Commissioners. Good morning. Your first item is to conduct your first citizens participation period.
This is the first time set aside for public comment. Anyone wishing to provide public comment with regards to any matters on today's RTC agenda, please step forward to the microphone, state your name, spell your last name for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. And if you can please identify the agenda item number that you'll be speaking on.
The agenda numbers?
Yes.
Okay. You can have. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, Justin Jones. Good morning, MJ, and your mighty team and the mighty council. Now, the agenda. There's 30 agendas that I'm commenting on.
You got 3 minutes, so you can comment on as many of them as you want within the 3 minutes.
Well, they're all the same thing. They're all about. My name is Eric Melchizedek Christ Nimrod. My twin brother Christ can be found in the Gospels, being double-crossed by religious leaders and their followers in Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Now, this is concerning construction work being done. The construction work being done is very good. It's fantastic. I see them all over the place, and it's getting hot out there. But I've found out that everything has been extended, and that kind of bothered me until I found out it's extended until June the 30th. Patience is a virtue, no problem. Patience is power. But they're doing a fantastic job. I'm for Agenda 69, the annual maintenance and renewal, because it's hot out there. It's hot on we the people, and it's hot on the buses. And we don't want those buses breaking down because it puts we the people in a big bind. You mighty bus drivers should announce when you stop for more than a minute. I mean, if you're on the bus, you're going somewhere, and the bus just stops, picks up people, and just sits there. You wonder, what's the deal? If you're going to stop, if the mighty bus drivers are going to stop for more than a minute, they should say, well, we're laying over for a minute or two or whatever to tell the people what's going on, because usually you pick up and you leave. And more of you mighty bus drivers should announce when you are near bus stops that are not in service. You know, other than surprising people say, hey, you're supposed to stop. Well, it's not in service. You tell it too late. Plus, I was on Martin Luther King Drive going east past Lake Mead, and there was a bus stop full of people, and the bus just kept on going. So I don't know if there's a sign on that bus stop. I don't know what the bus stop is. I don't know what street it was. I just noticed that, whoa, we passed all these people by on this bus. But it's between Lake Mead and Las Vegas Boulevard. And that's about it. It's hot out there. So you you mighty bus drivers, you have people's lives in your hand, because it's in the 3-degree heat. And thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Nimrod. Anyone else wishing to provide public comment? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the first public comment period. I'll turn it back over to Ms. Maynard.
Thanks, Chairman. The next item is to approve your agenda. It's in order and ready for your approval.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Actually, before I do that, I want to note that Mayor Hardy is on the phone, and Commissioner Sagerblum, Councilman Knudsen, and Councilman Seebach are excused today. I'll entertain a motion. All right, there's a motion on the floor to approve the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Chairman. The next item is to receive the CEO report. And today, our first item, we would like to recognize an outstanding paratransit operator, Hippolito Camacho. So let's watch Senior Director of Paratransit and Specialized Services, Antoinette Braddock, surprise Hippolito with his Crystal Bus Award.
Thank you, MJ. It is my pleasure to recognize an outstanding team member, paratransit operator Hippolito Camacho. Hippolito is an exceptional operator with Transdev, proudly serving since October 2023. From his first day on the job, Hippolito has brought an unwavering commitment to safety, professionalism, and customer service. He has maintained an exemplary driving record with no safety incidents reported this year. One customer recently took the time to share how Hippolito ensured her safety and comfort while using the lift and thoroughly securing both the passenger and our shopping cart. The passenger described him as a caring driver, very kind, concerned with safety and skills that a driver should have. His strong work ethic, compassion for the passengers he serves, and collaborative spirit make him an invaluable member of the RTC Paratransit team. Please join me as we surprise Hippolito with the Crystal Bus Award. Hi, Hippolito. My name is Antoinette Braddock. I'm the Senior Director of RTC Paratransit, and on behalf of MJ Maynard and the RTC Board, we would like to present you with the RTC Crystal Bus Award. Recently, we actually received a comment from one of your customers talking about just how professional and caring you are and the above and beyond care that you take with securement and making your customers feel safe as they travel on paratransit. So we thank you, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And more than us, our customers thank you. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, but it's a teamwork. You know, all the time we have the help when we need it. The supervisors are helping us too much. So thank you very much, and I will try to follow like this, working like this. Thank you very much.
Hippolito, can you please stand and we'll recognize you?
We would also like to acknowledge Transdev Paratransit mechanic Eric Swain. Let's watch as Roger Johnson, who is our Fleet Maintenance and Technical Equipment Director, surprise Eric with a Crystal Bus Award.
Thank you, MJ. Today I have the pleasure of recognizing an outstanding paratransit mechanic, Eric Swain. Since joining the Transdev maintenance team 8 months ago, Eric has consistently demonstrated his commitment to excellence through his unwavering attention to detail and strong work ethic. With more than 20 years of experience, one of Eric's standout qualities is his problem-solving ability, effectively addressing complex issues such as tire pressure monitoring system malfunctions and engine reliability concerns. Since the beginning of 2025, Eric has worked on 243 buses, performed lead duties and managed shop schedules on weekends, and provided guidance to newer technicians. With his technical expertise, leadership, and willingness to mentor others, Eric is an invaluable asset to the team and a vital contributor to RTC Paratransit success. Now let's go surprise Eric with the Crystal Bus Award. Eric, you have a moment. How are you doing this morning?
Not too bad.
Hey, I'm Roger Johnson. I'm with the RTC Fleet Department. Hey, I'm here on behalf of the RTC Board and our CEO, MJ Maynard, to present to you a Crystal Bus Award. We wanted to take a moment and say thank you and recognize you for all of your hard work, your exceptional service, and your commitment to supporting our community. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you for this.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, so thank you.
Thank you. Just doing what I actually love doing, and that's just fixing things. So, again, thank you for everything.
Eric, are you here? No. Well, it was very clear that we had to drag him away from what he loves to doing in order to give him an award, so not surprising that he's not here. Thank you, Eric. Let's give him a round of applause anyways.
We're also pleased to recognize Intercon Security Officer Anthony Jameson. And this is one where I was able to personally present the award. Anthony works at the RTC admin building. He's been there for about 3 years. And I and our team, we receive, if not daily, then weekly compliments about Anthony's professionalism, his kindness. He'll be the first person that will, a paratransit customer is waiting or there's trouble, he'll wait outside, he'll bring them in. With all the vendors, I've never seen anybody that, I've never worked honestly with anybody that has the level of customer experience and passion that Anthony does. So let's We're going to have Tom Atterbury introduce him.
Thank you, MJ. Today, we have the pleasure of recognizing Intercon Security Officer Anthony Jameson, who works at our RTC Administration Building. Anthony has been stationed at the front desk post at the RTC Administration Building for nearly 3 years, keeping watch over the facility and staff and going above and beyond to anticipate the needs of others. Everyone who meets him can attest to his professionalism as he represents the RTC at the highest level, interacting with our staff, contractors, and community on a daily basis. He has taken the time to get to know RTC staff, takes extra time at the end of each shift to monitor the parking lot as staff heads home, and is helpful and aware as he carries out his duties each day. We caught up with a few folks who wanted to share their appreciation for Anthony.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for all that you do. I know me and my other fellow colleagues, we absolutely love how well we're taken care of.
As a regular attendee to the RTC building and the construction activity meetings, always grateful to Anthony for his courtesy and professionalism. Anthony, thank you.
And I just want to say thank you, Anthony, for all of your hard work, and I appreciate everything that you do.
It's a real pleasure to work with you, and thank you for taking care of each and every one of us, for going beyond the call of duty. I appreciate you more than you know. Congratulations on your award. Well deserved.
Let's go surprise Anthony with the Crystal Bus Award.
Anthony, I am here to let you know that we are recognizing you with the RTC's Crystal Bus Award because you are our security guardian angel. You are also the best representative of our agency because of what you do each and every day. Our vendors love you. I hear compliments about you on a weekly basis. I watch you when you take care of our paratransit customers and you wait with them. I watch you as you wait for employees to leave to make sure that they get in their car and get home safely. You are the best of the best, and I want you to know how much we love and appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate the recognition. In my line of work, it's very rare. We're unseen, unheard of. Keep the gears moving. So I appreciate the recognition.
Anthony, please stand so we can give you the recognition you deserve.
Anthony's wife, Pat, is here with him, but if Anthony and Hapolito, if you want to come down, take a picture with our commissioners, we'd love that.
Thank you.
My favorite part of the commission meetings. I mean, they're exciting, but this is definitely my favorite part. Thanks for all that you do, Hapolito, Anthony, appreciate you. Okay, next we are excited to highlight the Club Ride program. Club Ride encourages individuals to use transportation other than driving alone in their vehicle, which benefits individuals, businesses, and the community. And I want to thank our partner, NDOT, for providing us with federal funding for this worthwhile program. So here's a quick look at what's new and how these efforts are helping to transform how people get to work, school, and more. It's noteworthy that over 300 businesses and almost every single hotel in the resort quarter are members of our Club Ride program. So here we go.
Every day, thousands of people in our Southern Nevada community head to work, school, and home, plus all the places in between, like the grocery store, the movies, and more. And how we get there matters. Choosing smarter ways to travel helps make our community cleaner, healthier, and stronger. When we move better, we all do better.
Getting to work should be easy, and with the right tools, it can be. Club Ride is a free program that helps our Southern Nevada community get to and from work or school by carpooling, riding the bus, biking, walking, or even working from home. And it's not just for employees. Southern Nevada employers win too. When employees have reliable ways to get to work, they're more likely to show up on time, which means less absenteeism. Plus, Club Ride is a free employee benefit companies can offer to help their teams save money every month. And the best part, it's free for everyone.
Having the Club Ride benefits and knowing that there was something additional there, then it did increase, or it's like, hey, we can get this extra benefit if we ride together, so let's just plan on doing that. So I think we're doing it more often because we know that there's a reason to do it. Without having the Club Ride, I don't know that we would have carpooled as much as we are.
For the last 10 years, Club Ride and our amazing community have tracked over 8.5 million trips. That's more than 66 million miles of travel. That's like going to the moon and back more than 139 times. Along the way, we've helped local employers offer discounted bus passes so their employees can ride the bus, save money, and get to work with less stress. Together, we're making commuting easier, cleaner, and smarter for everyone.
Yeah, my name is Angel Wang, and I currently work at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, and I am the manager of team member experience and culture. Since last year, when they launched the whole program of doing an app where you can track your usage and get rewards, that's been really helpful. I actually got one of my someone from my team to sign up because she doesn't drive. So she loved the fact that she was able to track, when, like, how often she was in a car, right? She doesn't drive, and then also get those rewards.
Riding a bike is another way people get to work, school, or even run errands, and it's also a fun way to stay active. During Bike Month 2025, Club Ride's very own bike guy rolled out to meet thousands of students and cyclists, sharing tips on bike and pedestrian safety. Because when we ride smart and safe, we build a stronger, healthier community, one pedal at a time.
So I record all my bike rides all over the valley. The app itself is honestly so easy to use, and the points add up fast. So every ride I take, whether it's meeting friends for lunch or biking to the market or picking up my dry cleaning, that means more points and discounts.
Club Ride has helped thousands of people across Southern Nevada find better ways to get around, whether it's to work, school, or running errands. And we're just getting started. Now, we're encouraging people to track all their trips, anytime, anywhere. We're also helping local businesses cut down on parking problems and keep their employees happy and motivated. With more rewards, more options, and more ways to connect our community to where they need to go, the future is full of possibilities. Less traffic, lower costs, a cleaner, stronger, and happier Southern Nevada. That's the value of Club Ride, and that's how we roll.
I want to acknowledge Angela and her team. They have continued to inspire the Club Ride team to get out in the community, and it's a great program. And as we do every month, this is a look at the ridership. This is a year-over-year ridership from April 2024 to April 2025. As you can see, on-demand increased year-over-year by 25%, residential by 4%, and then again the Strip by 42%. And that really, again, is because of the work that the TransDev team, the operators, and our transit team have implemented to improve service there. Also, Councilman Seebach, who's not here today, he'd asked, I was curious to know where those increases are taking place. Again, this is April 24 compared to April 25. And these are 25 of our fixed route. These are the residential routes that we continue to see year-over-year improvement in terms of ridership. And this is just a visual of it. The Decatur, the 103, the Decatur route, the 212, the Sunset route, and the 221, which is the Cactus Horizon Ridge, Boulder City, all those three routes realized over 20% increases in ridership. Some of that has to do with the end of some major construction in and around those areas, but again, it's notable. And then this is just a visual. Again, because of those operational changes, we continue to see the reduced ridership increase, even when the passenger count may be down at the airport or conventions. So really great work on behalf of TransDev and our transit team and the operators. They make it happen. So our next agenda item is a quarterly update from our Metropolitan Planning Organization. We will be hearing today from our Metropolitan Planning Manager, Transportation Planning, Danny Fazekas. There he is. Hi, Danny.
Thank you, MJ. Good morning, members of the board. Daniel Fazekas, Manager of Transportation Planning for the RTC's Metropolitan Planning Organization, for the record. This morning, I'll introduce the Safe Streets for All Southern Nevada Action Plan, branded Let's Go Safely. This is the regional safety initiative aimed at reducing traffic deaths and serious injuries across Southern Nevada. RTC is publicly kicking off the development of the Safe Streets for All action plan in partnership with NDOT, our local jurisdictions, law enforcement agencies, and our first responders across Southern Nevada. I would also like to acknowledge Clark County's Office of Traffic Safety Director Andrew Bennett and Director of Road Equity Alliance Project Aaron Breen, who are here today. Their commitment and guidance in this project has been vital to getting this project correctly started. So thank you so much. In some background, in 2023, the RTC received $1.7 million in federal funding through FHWA's Safe Streets for All grant program. This program provides funding for local governments for planning or building safety projects aimed at reducing traffic-related deaths and serious injuries. RTC is developing this action plan for jurisdictions and agencies all across Southern Nevada. This plan will continue RTC's commitment in incorporating broad community and stakeholder engagement. We are making sure we are hearing from everyone throughout urban and rural Clark County. As you can see here, traffic deaths are on the rise. From 2019 to 2024, 1,425 people have died from crashes on Southern Nevada roadways. Approximately 54% of these deaths were people walking, riding a bike, or operating a motorcycle, scooter, or moped. And so far in 2025, 115 people have been killed on Southern Nevada roads. This crisis demands data-driven action and strong collaboration across local governments, law enforcement agencies, and emergency responders. And the RTC is facilitating this collaboration by developing an action plan that uses the Safe Systems approach. This approach plans for, builds, and reinforces multiple layers of protection on our roads to both prevent crashes that happen and minimize the harm caused on those involved when crashes do occur. It's a comprehensive approach that provides a guiding framework to make streets safer for all people and incorporates the following principles. Deaths and serious injuries are unacceptable. Humans make mistakes and are vulnerable. Road safety measures must be proactive and shared, and redundancy in installing these safety measures is crucial. Some of our first deliverables in this project include understanding where crashes happen, and this is key to improving safety. The Safer Streets Priority Maps that you see here highlight roads and intersections with the highest number of deaths and serious injuries. The blue lines depict just 32% of the overall road network in Southern Nevada, but represent 77% of crash deaths and 72% of severe injuries. These maps highlight where severe deadly crashes occur and will help guide and empower jurisdictions to build safety improvements throughout these locations. Southern Nevada's action plan will unfold in 3 different phases over the next year. Phase 1 will introduce the action plan to the public through a regional survey and stakeholder engagement. Phase 2 will then drill down at the local level with surveys for each jurisdiction, focus groups, walk audits, and installing temporary traffic safety projects in locations where community and neighborhoods want to see change. And phase 3 will finalize a list of traffic safety recommendations, prioritize safety projects, and finalize the regional traffic safety action plan. Our official public kickoff of the Safe Streets for All action plan is scheduled for Thursday, June 26th at 4 p.m. at the Nevada State Museum. We'll hear from a teen driver, a cyclist, and a first responder, and hear real stories and how they are most affected. Dr. Rebecca Sanders, founder of Safe Streets Research and Consulting, will lead that discussion. We do want to note, we are aware that Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is hosting a symposium on June 25th at the Wynn Resort to address these same issues and what changes can be made in the short term. We are working with Metro and to make sure that we're aligning those our action plan to include their recommendations. With that, thank you for your time, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Fazekas. Any questions or comments? No, we appreciate the work that you guys are doing on that. Oh, did you? No. We appreciate the work that you guys are all doing on this. This is obviously a really important issue to everyone in our valley here. Thank you.
CEO report, and so we can move on to the next agenda item, which is to receive the Nevada Department of Transportation's Director's Report from Tracy Larkin-Thomason.
Good morning, everybody. I just have a very short update this morning. But we'll start off. I want to recognize the I-215 Henderson project. On Wednesday, May 28th, I attended the groundbreaking ceremony for the I-15 widening project, which is a $145 million investment. And it's led by the city of Henderson, funded by the Clark County Beltway funds, and falls within NDOT right-of-way. So a true partnership between all three entities. The project will add 2 lanes in each direction between Pecos Road and Stephanie Street, with ramp upgrades and additional turn lanes at key intersections. There will be a diverging diamond interchange at Green Valley Parkway and a new pedestrian bridge at Village Walk Drive between both sides of the district at Green Valley Ranch. And I just always want to recognize the wonderful achievement by our partners here in Southern Nevada. And next, the I-15 South Widening Project. There are some pretty impactful lane restrictions coming up that I just want to point out. The northbound I-15 is reduced to 3 lanes, 24/7 between Silverado Ranch and Blue Diamond through July of this year, and which will cause delays to the corridor. I know that's not a shocker for most of you. This is the roadway excavation, and this is for roadway excavation and widening. The dense grade paving is finishing up, and open grade paving begins in July and will continue for 2 to 3 months. The project is on schedule and is expected to be completed by December of this year. And then last, it's just because I-15 has been such an achievement coming from actually creating the new interstate, that the progress on here is the I-11 sign replacement is nearing completion, and this is replacing signage along the I-15 US 95, US 93 corridor from the Henderson interchange to Kyle Canyon Road, and that's following all the Federal Highway Administration's designation of this route. We're basically all the ground-mounted signs have been installed, and we're transitioning to the last part of installing the overhead signs. This will the corridor now. You will see the I-11 designation while retaining US 95 and US 93 signage, with the I-11 signage taking precedence. And this will be completed in a few months, so early fall. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Any comments or questions? I just had a quick one. Is there been any update or progress on the Arizona side on I-11 work?
I'm sorry, can you just?
Yeah, on the Arizona side of the I-11 corridor, has there been any work on their side?
There's no major updates on there. I know that it's incremental. They are focusing, but like most budgets, they look where their most traffic is too.
Yep, understood. All right, with that, I'll turn it back over to Ms. Maynard.
Thanks, Chairman. The next item is to approve your consent agenda, which consists of items 5 through 71. It can be taken in one motion.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
All right, there's a motion from the mayor. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries.
Okay, Chairman. Agenda item 72 is to receive a presentation from RTC Senior Director of Finance, Sharon Gutierrez, for the review of certain matters related to the July 1, 2025 Fuel Revenue Indexing Program.
Very good, Mr. Gutierrez.
Thank you, MJ. Good morning, Chairman Jones and members of the board. And I'm here to provide a brief presentation on fuel revenue indexing updates. So for calendar year 2024, the producer price index is at 0.3 cents, as shown on the blue lines on your screen. And then the 10-year rolling average is 3.96, as indicated on the green line on your above 24. So for FRI 1, we reached the 10 cents cap on July 1st of 2016. FRI extension, starting July 1st of 2025, it will be at 16 cents, or about 3 cents increase from July 1st of 2024. So for our revenue for FRI 1, we are projecting 86 million and budgeting the same for fiscal year 2026. Our FRI extension for fiscal year 2025, we are projecting 73 million and budgeting 90 million for 2026. And that concludes the brief presentation for FRI updates. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Very good, and I know we'll probably have a legislative update at a future meeting, but just noting for the record that we were very fortunate, thanks to our fantastic government affairs team, all involved. Let's give them a round of applause for not just achieving FRI extension, but across the board. And Angela, I just want to comment real quick on what next steps are after the governor signed the bill.
Yes, Angela Castro for the record. We are actually going to start working now that the legislature has completed, working with Clark County commissioners. And so we look forward to having those discussions with each of the commissioners and determining how to best advance.
Very good.
And Chairman, to your point, next month's agenda, Angela will present a final recap of this session.
Very good.
Okay, so we'll move on to agenda item 73, which is to receive information from our legal counsel. As there are no items to discuss, we'll move on to the last agenda item, which is to conduct your final citizens' participation period.
Very good. This is the second time set aside for public comment. Anyone wishing to provide public comment, please step forward to the microphone, state your name, spell your last name for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. But first, we're going to... Well, while we're getting IT issues worked out, anyone else wishing to provide public comment can step forward to the microphone. All right, Ms. Smith.
Hello, my name is Donna Smith. I take advantage of all the public transportation. My one comment right now is train the drivers better. I have been riding the buses for years. You, whoever did it, you bought buses that wheelchair riders are supposed to ride backwards in. That's how it's set up. You pull in and you go back. I can't ride backwards. I have a medical condition that it causes vertigo and I end up vomiting. And that vomiting will sometimes go on for 8 hours, and I end up at the hospital, and they're giving me something to stop the vomiting. So I don't ride backwards. When I say that to a driver, most of them, it seems like right now, are telling me I have to. Even if I say I'm going to vomit, I won't do that. One driver actually forced me to ride in that part. I rode facing forward. I was not secure in any way, shape, or form. Others have argued with me, and when I insist on being put in a place where I can ride facing forward and they can secure my chair, they don't like it. That has happened to me now 4 times. I had one driver, I will freely say it was on 5:23:25, the 206 eastbound, whoever that driver was, she drove bus 22759. When I explained to her that I couldn't ride backwards, I would vomit. She said, "We don't want that." And she immediately put me in the spot where I was riding forward. Great driver, loved her. The rest of them, they all need training. They cannot insist on somebody doing that. I have filed complaints, and I've told them, I said, I'm to the point now of going ahead and riding backwards and vomiting on the bus. That is not a good thing. You know, I know that. You throw up on the bus has to be taken out of service and cleaned because it's a biohazard. Come on, folks, train them. Don't train them that they have to insist that that somebody rides backwards. It's not right. And the other thing is, the other drivers that have to be trained, please, even paratrain. I've had really good luck with paratran for the last few years because they finally got a stop where I can get picked up. Silver Star, train the drivers to go to the episode where they are supposed to go to pick up people. Because we have 2 buses on the 705 Silver Star route. They don't always communicate with each other, so when you come on one, the other one doesn't get picked up. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stith, for bringing that to our attention. All right. Next speaker, please. Dennis.
Dennis Hennessy, morning, staff, commissioners, those of you that are here. Kind of a hodgepodge today. Again, you know, my passion is security. But last month, you guys are the financial guy that was up here giving the status of the 25-26 budget. I believe he spoke about a $3.1 million shortfall that was going to be fixed by using COVID money, leftover COVID money. My numbers might be wrong, but that's what sticks into my head. I'm curious, why is there even any COVID money left? How many years after COVID? Yet I know there was a whole bunch of drivers that worked with me that had out of their own pocket had to pay for when they were out on COVID. Just something, like I said last month, makes you kind of go, The other thing I want to talk about is close to 2 years ago, Commissioner Sigerblum and Commissioner Jones both gave a warning to the then acting or GM consultant, whatever you wanted to call Kevin. I don't think Mr. Sigerblum was real happy that First Transit didn't get this and that Transdev had bought First Transit. Again, everybody was kind of hush-hush, but both of you said something to him as he was walking out like, well, the takeover's in 2 weeks or it's been 2 weeks. You better quickly fix it. How they doing now, almost 2 years later? I believe I know the motivation for that, and the next question I'm going to ask is, where on your budget line items is the line for penalties that are assessed to contractors? I'm not sure what you call that, but there should be a line item that states how much money. It's my understanding it's been as high as $1 million a month to Transdev. You guys don't know that, but again, I've come up here several times and said I think the system's running worse now than it ever has run. But again, that's in our street routes. That's in people not getting buses not being there. The only thing you're not going to listen to me. You haven't listened to me in years, but I think what's going to need to happen is that we as drivers need to start soliciting customers to start showing up at these meetings. Because if you can get 10 customers a month telling you that they're missing buses, that buses out, then maybe you guys will all realize that there's a problem. Last thing I want to talk about is I believe that our security and Tom and his team have moved forward. They're baby steps, but we're moving forward. I'm troubled that one of the best radio operators that we have in our system, Christian, has been terminated pending hearings with the Teamsters for what I believe was an ego-centered problem. This is the one operator that we've had that looks out for every driver, every occasion, every chance he gets. And it's sad that he's been, I don't want to call it target or whatever, but I think it's ego based off of somebody within the Transdev system. Christian needs to be back.
Thank you, Mr. Hennessy. Next speaker, please.
Good morning. My name is William Lynn. I'm the president of ATU Local 1637. As you probably know, we just signed a CBA with Silver State less than 4 or 5 months ago now at this point. We spent 2 years going back and forth with them, and now half the contracts that they have are up for bid. And I've been talking with the RTC, and the stand seems to be that they're not pretty much too worried about the cleaners that are in the IBMF, SMF, SSTT, Westcliff, and what's going to happen to them to be put back to where we have fought for the last almost 2 years to get them out of the wages that they were being paid. That was ridiculously low. So I just wanted to be clarified that we fought hard for them. We're not going to stop fighting hard for them. And the fact that this low bid or RFP, whichever one you wanted to, is very, not even going to use that word. Let's just say that it's that the fact that we aren't even being accepted into the situation is very uneasy. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Lynn. Anyone else wish to provide public comment this morning? Seeing none, thank you, and we're adjourned.